Ah, wonderful people. Thank you for being here again today. Yes, 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 and bless you. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in tearing down, pulling down, getting rid of, executing, ah, getting away from those strongholds. Yeah, we're in a spiritual warfare day by day by day, but yet and still, we don't act like we're in a war. We don't act like we're at battle because this is a spirit of good and evil, and seem like evil is like take it over. Why? What happened? And we see this each and every day. Wow, because of something that's in the atmosphere. The evil one has an arsenal that is mighty, just like in our military. Yeah, military warfare. We talking about war. We talking about getting busy. We talking about getting down. We talking about on the playing field. We talking about on the battlefield. We talking about the cross. Yeah. Now, what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do? Because there's something about a battle that we think it's okay. It's just only the army. We think it's just only the Navy, it's on the sea, the Army, sea, and the Air Force. Three powers. Okay, good. But if you look around, we got the commandos, we got submarines, we got a lot of other different things that going on that connects and combine with this warfare. We just don't go boom, boom, boom with a gun. We go in sneaky. We go in this way, go in that way, and then we can fly over, bomb. We can do different things. We have missile rockets and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, now we have weapons, but are we using those weapons? Are we using the situation that come about that says that we can have the control, that we have the power, we have the authority over all things, all works of the evil one. But yet and still, evil is still being pronounced. Evil is still growing. Evil is still rapidly advancing upon the kingdom. And what are we doing? Sitting back, laying back, not caring. Or even if we care, well, are we praying? Are we meditating? Are we fasting? Are we speaking? Are we making action? Are we showing love? Are we being that consideration? Are we being that light that's the flash and shine in the darkness to let people know that we are here? Are we being that person that says that you can count on me? I'm here. I'm faithful until the end. I'm with you. I got your back. Yeah, it's a ride or die. But anyway, we ain't talking about that ride or die stuff. But anyway, but yet still, where are we in this situation? And we look around and we say, okay, what's going on? And we look at the atmosphere. What's in the atmosphere? There's a spirit in the atmosphere because we're looking at the physical situation, how I'm dressed, how I look. All right, now where am I in this life? You know what I mean? The ambiance of who we are, what we have, the possession. We have this kind of car. Do we have this kind of house? Do we have these kind of wear these kind of clothes? Do we make this kind of money? All these things are possession. But what about the spirit and things? And we come to find out that there is a spirit. There is a spirit. Yeah, it goes about, and it's called the spirit of seduction. Ah, and even the scripture we're talking about seducing spirits. Seducing spirits is all over the place. Seducing spirit is upon us and among us. And one of the things that seducing spirit will do is to attack families. When the seducing spirit is attacking families, it seems like, okay, we're talking about how the house is clean, polishing everything, and cast them out, and they go out wondering and come back with 8 more worse than they are. And we seeing that day by day by day. Things that are happening today that never happened before, even though they wrote about these things. We have an idea about them because if you read scripture, you'll see that this thing that's going to happen, that was happening and will be happening in the end times. Things that didn't happen before. Because before, the population wasn't this great, even though there was sin, there was bad things that's going on and everything, how the things were taking place. They say that, okay, we know this, we saw this, but not to this degree that we are in today. It seems like it's compounding interest, compounding, stacking on top of each other, stacking on top of each other. How the evil is getting more advanced than ever before. Still evil, but things that can happen now that we never thought about. We've been seduced. We've been manipulated. We've been led. We've been destroyed. We've been corrupted even. And now we're under that influence, under a influence of being seduced. And one of the things that we keep talking about how the wife, okay, marriages. Sorry to say, there are more divorces nowadays than ever, more infidelities than ever, more betrayal than ever, and then more immorality than ever. Why does all this immoral cut come from? Because the evil one said, if I can cut this off here, how you say, cut the head off the snake, and that's exactly what's going on. Stop the woman, influence, infect the man, destroy the children because now they're running rapid, they're running wild. They don't know what they're doing because there's no one there to protect them, no one there to train and teach them. And then, what about the church, the pastors? Many of them are messed up too. It's only a few. And then we're talking about the few. It's like, what happened? Why is only a few? When we see all of these great people going down, 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 and falling down and messing up, because now they've been overtaken by all of these elements of the spirit, of not that it's a spiritual thing, but the works of the flesh, the pride, uh, the arrogancy, the confusion, yeah, corruption, and don't even think about the lust. So therefore, when we look at the family structure, you spend all of that money, you begged, and you saw things, you stayed up all night talking, discussing things, but you always talked about things that of a how you said trying even, begging even. Oh, what you want to do and how you want to do this way, that way. But then still, are you really talking about who I am and who are you? We're not talking about what do you like, what do you want. We're not talking about what have you gone through that I can help you deal with. We're not talking about those things. And then by and by, you would say, well, we get a job, we get an apartment, we have this and that, have a house and everything looking good, everything like we're together, we're loving each other, we have a good correspondence, good communication, all this stuff. We are communicating, everything looking happy. But then down the road, here come those seducing spirits. Here come the chaos and confusion. Here come Ray Ray and Jojo interfering because they were sent to you. They were sent to your wife. They were sent to you to keep you quiet, to keep you aggravated, keep you stressed out, so that when you get off of work, you come home, you're tired, you don't want to be bothered, you don't think about her or what she's going through. You don't think about all those things that you used to do, but you don't pay attention to that until down the road. It could be a year or two before you even notice that something wrong here. Oh, it's just a phase. Okay, a phase. Now, it could be that. And now we're so psychological, embraced in knowledge that we know that people go through some trial, they go through some things, they go through this, go through that, but yet and still, are they really, are they really going through? Are they being used? Are they being manipulated? Are they being messed over? Right. Have they been indoctrinated? And this is what's going on too, because that seducing spirit will do those things to her and to you. Now, isn't that something? How you could be in the same room in the house, y'all married for years and years, and all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, the easy thing, quiet. They call it subtlety, and that's why when the woman in the garden said, "He seduced the subtlety," and he's working on that subtlety quietly. That's why he always give you compliments at first. Oh yeah, that tree was looking good for food, and she saw that. Oh, the tree does look good for food. The tree's been there all the time, all the time. This food has been on that tree all the time, but she was told not to mess with the tree. All right, but here somebody pointed out to her, and that's what happened today. She's at work, she's at the store, she's at the church, and she's in other places, and here come the agent. Ah, oh, you're cute today. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, that's nice perfume you have on. And now, next thing you know, she stopped by. She stopped by the store, and she picks up a nice fragrance. All right, so she wear it, and believe it, she started to put it on. Her husband noticed it, but he ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing. I said, "Oh, that's a different fragrance." Now she takes it to work with her. Now she's standing out for real, for real. You know what I mean? And guess what? The agent said, "Ooh, that is so beautiful. Oh, you should wear that all the time. Wow, this just stands out." You know what I mean? And now she feels appreciated. She feels appreciated. She feels like she's been uh, acknowledged. She feels now that someone know her. Someone sees her. Because at home, her husband haven't seen her in months. Her husband haven't seen her in a long time. In fact, the husband only see her when he gets a little situation going on and he just wants to be bothered. Or he said, well, the Bible said that we're supposed to be together and you can't deny me and I can't deny you and this and that and the other. But she said, hey, you have denied me because every day you come home, you sleep, you're tired, don't want to be bothered. And then when you do, it's like quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I'm still standing there at the train station. I'm still on the train. I'm still traveling, wanting to land this plane. And you going about your business snoring. So therefore, here come the agent is now working on you. He's now quietly setting you up for the fall. He's seducing you little by little by little. And we want to bring this to you to let you know that sometime, when you fall and you mess up and you say, oh, I don't know what happened. It wasn't me. The devil made me see. This is another thing that you hear so much about. Oh, the devil, the devil. Yeah, it was the devil, for real. For real. It was the devil because he orchestrated all of that mess that came about, that messed over you, and then put you in that place of solitude, put you in that place of comfort, put you in that place of being lonely, put you in that place of being empty, put you in that place now you feel alive. Well, you was alive all along because the person that you were dependent on, the person that you said that this is my hero, this is my leader. This is my head. All this stuff, right? Confessing all up in the church, or confessing all in the neighborhood. Y'all were together, and people looked at you like, wow, they are together. They so nice couple. Next thing you know, cracks in the fountain, cracks in the foundation. That is, you know what I mean? So here come the agents, and the agent, and you guess what? Prayer and fasting, meditation, affirmation, uh, the law of attraction. What else was it? Speaking those things that are not as though they are. Imagination. And then You look around and say, well, there's no communication. And did you know that that is part of communication? Not only are we verbally speaking to each other, verbally speaking for each other, verbally speaking with each other, but then in intimacy, there is a speaking towards each other. How many times uh, your husband heard this moaning and groaning? How many times have your husband heard you say his name? But the other guy, the agent, you call his name, and he's making you, he's seducing you, he's uh, em- embracing you, he's giving you that confidence to call his name, to tell him what it's all about, and you there, and he's there working his magic on you and in you. But now, first thing you do, disrespect your husband. Oh well, my husband don't do this. My husband that is. My husband was born. He's my husband not exciting. This and that other. And now your mind is really coming to the place where you've been filled up and overflowing with negativity, negativity. And then you're ashamed to say anything to your husband because now your husband's like, oh well, I don't believe she would do that. What you mean she don't believe? She's a human being. Yet and still, y'all supposed to be one flesh, but you don't act like you're one flesh. You didn't start off being one flesh. You start off, yeah, being together and united, but that one flesh means that when you said I do, you became one flesh. And some people say, oh, well, it's going to take some time. That's barnyard. When you put yourself together in those vows and you say I do, because by the time when you first said, will you be, the flesh started becoming a system. The flesh started becoming that place in you and her that you're engaged now. And you're mending each other. You're mending. You're now comforting. You're now growing together. Just like a tree that's been, how you say, when you take a limb off a tree and you put it together on another tree, then next thing you know, that tree become a different thing because now you have uh, combined yourself with that tree, and now you're growing together, and there's a different type of fruit on that tree because you're no longer that tree that was there before. Now you have a separate type of situation going, that tree. So just like before, we always want to know what happened. Okay, sure, you're supposed to know what happened. You're supposed to ask those questions, but you ain't supposed to beat down a person. You're supposed to beg a person, like, oh, you tell me what happened and how long this been going on. It doesn't matter now. It's done. It's over. You exposed. You know now. And how long it's been going on, you should know that how long it's been going on because you should have observed the situation. You should have observed the changes from way back then, last year, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago. Those travels, those late nights, those I got to go to the store, that kind of stuff. All right now? So this, these meetings and things. And then, oh, well, I found a receipt. I found this, I found that. You didn't have to wait till you found nothing. But let the person know that you expect something, suspect things, that you have an idea of things. So put them on watch, put them on guard, but then ask the person, what happened? What can I do to make it better? What can I do? And I love you and I care for you. But we don't do that. We let that seducing spirit seduce it even more. Because now there are agents out there now that can take the gold out of your tooth. Yeah. You have a gold tooth, look around, that gold tooth is gone. Because that agent talked you out of that gold tooth. He said, oh, I was vulnerable. I don't know what happened. And guess what? She telling the truth. She might lie talking about before because now, oh, I didn't do this and that wasn't me, this and that and other. But yet and still, when she say, I don't understand what happened, I made a mistake. It wasn't no mistake. You was used, you was abused, and you was used to the point whereas you was possessed. And that's what seduction is all about. So, people, before you condemn somebody, before you judge somebody, before you kick them out in the other space, yes, look at the situation. Try to assess the situation. Just like in the court. In the court, you don't just say, "Well, Your Honor, this person is guilty," and then the prosecutor said it should have life in prison. And that's what happened. When you kick her out, don't understand, don't want to know, don't want to hear nothing, you kick her out forever and ever. But when you find out that maybe it was circumstances that conditioning, maybe this happened because you dropped the ball. Maybe you did not understand what was going on or didn't pay attention enough to find out that it was a different situation. And that's why today, wonderful people, think about these things. And then there was an example given right up front because God is so good. He gave us an example of this situation where we are right here, right now, today. A woman was caught into adultery, caught, just like today, cheater busters. Busted my wife doing this, busted my wife in the hotel, busted my wife this, that, the Texas, uh, the meetings, the phone, all these things, just like that. Those people caught that woman. And what happened? Jesus said, let the one without sin cast the first stone. All right? Because in those days, today, the wages and the penalty of sin is still death, death, the separation from God, or either the last breath. Either one is still death. But when you say separation from God, maybe by chance, and God can give you a second chance, God can give you a good chance, a better chance, because like Jesus said, where are your accusers? She said, there are none. And Jesus said, I don't condemn you either. So that means he gives us a second chance. So when you throw her out, kick her out, dismiss her, and I'll never forgive her, you can't forgive her. You can't forgive a cheating wife. What about the defense attorney? No one come to defend her. And then there are some who just said they're downright trifling, bad, and everything else, like you want to call it. But even them, it's just like going into the jungle and capturing a wild animal. And you bring them to that place, and next thing you know, maybe a while, you can tame that wild animal. That wild animal can now follow behind you without you having to look back and be afraid that the animal is going to attack you. And this is what happened. We don't try our best to find out what's going on. We don't do our best to be a leader and a guide to someone who has been betrayed, gone astray, been put into a bad place, a bad situation, in a mental state, in a physical state, in a depressed state. But no, because she now violated the principles, she violated your trust, she violated everything that was holy and sacred to you. But then have you looked in the mirror yourself? And that's where we get today. Every man and every woman should look in that mirror. Where am I? And who am I? What am I about? What am I doing? What can I do to step up? What can I do to help this person? So it's not like you were married for 20 years and all of a sudden now, well, you can't do nothing for me because in 20 years, if that's love is true, like somebody would say, love ain't gonna do that down to you because at first it wasn't love from Jump Street. It wasn't that true love from Jump Street. So therefore, how are you gonna say, well, there was true love and we loved each other? You didn't love each other. You were fascinated with each other. Yeah. You didn't set boundaries. You didn't set guidelines. You didn't set principles. And then the principles that were there already there in the gospel, you didn't hold to them. You didn't hold to them. You looked at them like you messing up my pride, you're messing up my pleasure, you're messing up my excitement and everything. Because see, you have to understand when God made her and then sewed up the womb from that rib for the man and brought her to the man, brought her to the man, brought her to the man. She did not ask questions. She did not say, "Oh well, what you got there? What you doing? What you this and that and other?" Whatever the man was, that's how she accepted it because the man was in charge. God said, "You have rule and authority over her." But now, what are you doing? What are you going to do? Are you caring for her? Are you loving her? Are you pleasing her? And that's what's all in scripture. Like one day he said that uh he can go out and cheat, and if she go out and cheat, she's like a dirty dog. In fact, they call her the B dog. All right now, but anyway, she's a H. She's a this. She's a that. But now it's acceptable for him? No, not under Jesus Christ. Not under Jesus Christ. God shows no respect to person. God shows no how you say one person above another the other one. In fact, one of the words said that look at each other as being better than you are. So you can look at a raggedy person, a down to earth, down dirty type person. Look at them as better than you are because you don't know the character. You don't know what's inside that person. You don't know why that person's so mean. That person can't do this and that person don't want to do this and that and the other. You don't know the background. We're all born in sin and shaped in iniquity. And iniquity is our weakness. And we have to grow up. And as we grow up, how we've been taught, Johnny don't do this, Johnny don't do that. Johnny, you're gonna little spank you. And that's why when the Lord said, God punish everybody that he received. So when you go through a little something, when you have that little heartache, that little tear that drops sometime behind a heartbreak, or this and that other, say that God is punishing me for some reason. Think about it that way too. You know, you can do that. You can do that. Anyway, wonderful people, just want to bring this to you. And we hope to talk a little bit more about these kind of things because there's so much mess going on out there in this world. We're condemning each other, we're judging each other, we're criticizing each other, we're backstabbing each other, we're going our own separate ways, and that way is going down the rabbit hole and the slippery slope right into the fiery furnace. Instead of backing up, getting up, growing up, and going up to the mighty master, keeping our mind on the things above where he is. And we tend to say, oh, well, I can't be no Christian again. Because to being a Christian, that means you got to give up the pleasure, you got to give up this, give up that, give up all that immorality, and give up the lust and all that degradation we've been going through and going over with, setting the boundaries. We've been miscommunicating, and then you're not pleasing each other. Make your wife call your name one day. Don't just be a minute man. Understand. Ask her, what can I do? She got that little kit under the bed in the closet. Take it. You can do it. You can do it. But be a man. And that's why we have a digital download about be a better man, be a better husband, and be a leader. Some facts, some things that's written, some things that are scriptural basics. We're not here to try to prove nothing or do nothing exciting, but only the principle. It's there, it's been there all the time. We just haven't seen it, or either we haven't paid attention to it. And that's what we have to do, more or less the day, and every day. Pay attention to what's going on around us. Pay attention to those seducing spirits with seduction. Your wife has been seduced. She don't know what happened, but so she's overpossessed. Things can happen, just like how somebody can hurt somebody, and because of that rage, they don't remember. They don't see what they did until after it's done, and the devastation that they have to go through now, because now the punishment is there rendered here there. So before we judge, before we condemn, think about these things. All right, wonderful people. Thank you, bless you, bless you. Take care, and then we'll see you later. And go to my website, please, please, please. People, Peoplen, the letter N, LUV, peopleinlove.net. Okay, think about it. Okay, and I'll see you another day and another time. Think about these things. Shut them out. Don't be, well, you know how, yeah, 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 yeah. And when you wake up in that place, ah, in that place, whoo, Matthew, Mark, Luke, okay, in that place. Why am I down here? Wow. Send Lazarus over to put some water on my tongue. Lazarus, the one that was out there out of your garbage cans. Lazarus, the one that you wouldn't even go take him a biscuit. Lazarus, the one in the bosom of Abraham. Lazarus, that's resting in the peace, and you in misery, you in disaster, wondering why. Because you were dressed in purple. Purple represents royalty. Purple represents the high. Purple represents leadership. And you was all of that in the bag of chips and the t-shirt and the mug that go with it. But yet and still, that place is still waiting for anyone who doesn't obey, who doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Before you condemn your wife, talk to her. And just because you forgive her, like we said before in another meeting one time, another message, just because you forgive, that doesn't mean you have to F. If you keep her in the house, let her come back into the house. She can be as another person, a friend, a sister. She had to pull her weight and pull her load. And if she's truly repentant, she will come about. And then she'll be praying, and that prayer is going to be answered to her. Because if she's going to be sincere and serious, God forgives infidelity just like he forgives anything else. Thank you very much. All sins can be forgiven except for the blasphemy or the cursing of the Holy Spirit. Don't put the Holy Spirit in a cursed position. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Peace and grace and love, people. And guess what? Love you.